شو اخباركم؟
الحمد لله تمام.
الحمد لله.
كل شيء اوكي؟
تمام.
فانتوا اثنيناتكم بعد ليدر صح؟
I used to be a leader in 2018 and I'm a volunteer now. We do rotation, so.
اوه كيوت. شيء حلو انه تسوون روتيشن يعني.
Yeah, you have to experience the role and dream big. Like when I came in 2017, I was a volunteer.
Okay.
And I kind of was obsessed with the program. I would come every day and show up everywhere and their text too. And then I got to be a dreamer. And that was another experience where you get to be involved in decision making and planning. Like Ali and Hussein said, dreamers are an asset to the program. They not only help leaders, but they're leaders themselves, like leaders in training. And then I led a summer camp, and then I got to be a leader for 2018.
حلو. وحين سووا روتيشن فرجعتي.
Yeah, I could be a dreamer or volunteer, so I'm a volunteer right now.
اوكي. انا طول عمري فولنتير على فكرة.
That's amazing. There are a lot of people that prefer to be a volunteer, like.
ترى اسميا احلى.
Yeah, it is.
صراحة أرقى من ليدر ومو تزعلوا مني شباب يعني بس.
No, as a leader sometimes you miss teaching the children.
Yeah, that's what I faced. Like when you're a volunteer, you're drawn into the essence of it, like you're teaching, and that's the basis of it. Like you're teaching others English. But then when you're a leader or a dreamer, you kind of get involved in decision making and planning, and you miss the teaching because you give the volunteers the chance to teach because that's what they came for. You help, but they are teaching mostly. You kind of fill in the gaps sometimes, but you really miss teaching. I think that being a volunteer is great.
زين قولوا لي أنتوا ك females شلون تشوفون الموضوع؟ هل هو وايد challenging ولا هل الناس تتقبل ولا شنو تحسون يعني كونكم كليدرز ولا كونكم how is it challenging ولا كلش عادي؟ وشلون ويا زملائكم الصبيان هل هم يشوفون لا يعني هاي شلون تتجرأ ان تتكلم علي ولا شلون؟ قولوا لي شلون الاوضاع، شلون الانفايرمنت عندكم؟
والله I've never يعني حسيتها ان هي challenging. بالعكس البابا is so proud of me. يحب ان يعني I'm volunteering. ناشر القصة في منطقتنا كامل.
That's sweet.
That's nice.
وحتى أصدقائي يجون يقولون ها زينب شو أخبار الفولنتيرينج وكذي. فيعني I've never faced this challenge before.
اوكي. وانزين هل هم يشوفونك ان انت كبنية شلون انت ليدر ولا هل اي احد من الفولنتيرز ولا من الدريمرز ولا حتى من الليدرز كصبيان يشوفونك انه اوه انت بنية فانت غير او يشوفونك شيء اقل منهم؟
يتحملون بنا.
لا يتحملون فيكم.
حسين
بس not negatively.
No, not negatively.
Which is cool. What about
بالعكس
you?
so protective. حتى مثلا.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. They're so protective يعني they're gentlemen.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what I noticed in Dream Big. First of all, about women and men, like how do you see a woman in a role like leader? There isn't any sensitivity about it because I think if we talked about history of Bahrain, women always lead, you know? Most often they always lead.
مو بس history of Bahrain.
Or history of women. I mean, there isn't like a chance where you saw that it held her back because she was female. I think we're an open-minded culture about this in Bahrain. And in Dream Big especially, I think where like it really enhances equality there because you're not judged by whether your gender, whether you're a female or a male. It's what you can contribute. And as to the relationship between us, it's very like mutually respected. And it comes with ease. There isn't any awkwardness about it. They're all very professional and friendly too, but in a like conservative way somehow.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you're not compromising yourself or whatever. If you thought about that.
And then عندي one more question. إذا في شيء negative تبون تغيرونه في Dream Big وتسوونه positive, one thing only. شنو تتوقعون شيء نيجاتيف وتقدرون تغيرونه لبوزيتيف؟ لأن أنتم وايد ما شاء الله عليكم وايد يعني الانرجي مالكم وايد بوزيتيف which is nice يعني which is good يعني
we're
بس
the
إنه
change. We're the change عقيلة.
بس لازم
negative؟
احد يقول شيء نيجاتيف وتقدرون تغيرون له
Okay.
بوزيتيف.
For me, I think the concept of people when they hear about Dream Big, like when I was first introduced, like Dream Big was introduced to me.
Okay.
At first, I thought we were gonna be like in a cabin. Each volunteer is gonna teach like 40 students, and I just didn't feel the urge to just ask any more things because I thought it would be like a shady shed, 40 students for each volunteer. But then when I got in, it's easy. It's not challenging. Like each volunteer could get like 4 students, sometimes 2. And I want to change the like how people view these programs. They always think it's too hard for them, or it's a lot of hard work, where it isn't. I want them to feel at ease when they perceive Dream Big. Like it's a fun program. It's not something that like drains your energy. That's what I would change.
وزينب في شيء؟
No, I keep trying to think of one negative thing about Dream Big. I love it so much.
But there has to be negatives. I mean, you have to be like really sincere about it because there are a lot of.
I am. It changed my life. It saved my life really. But
wow.
I think it saved all of our lives. I mean, pre-Dream Big, it was a dull time. I mean, you have all this time for yourself, and it kind of.
Especially me, I had nothing to do. Spending 6 years studying medicine and then just staying at home for 2 years doing nothing. I almost died really. I kept
أنا
crying.
حد توني أعرف إن أنتي دارسة ميديسن. أوكي لا وايد أوكي أصلاً صراحة يعني I understand ليش أنتي يا volunteer.
ما تتابع الانستغرام؟ خالو تحطني كل الدكتورة زينب.
لا ما تابع. شيء وايد حلو بس أنتي أكيد أكثر الناس اللي يدشون ميديسن هو حق شيء إنساني وحين قاعد تسوين شيء إنساني.
I found إن في Dream Big يعني I'm changing people's life more than I am as a doctor. Especially إن يعني I didn't have a job for 2 years.
Well, how is it going now still?
I got one. Yay, finally. I'll start in March inshallah. Pray for me.
Inshallah.
Something crossed my mind. I was gonna talk about it and then I'm forgetting it. I have a Nemo kind of memory. What was I gonna say? Yeah, about here, the culture basically. It's always self-serving. People are always fixated on how to do them. Like how to, I don't know, like how to serve themselves. We're even raising. It's always like you study and then you work and then put all your energy on yourself. But when you talk about kindness, kindness is kind of a ripple effect, and that's Dream Big to me. It's kind of a domino effect. You inspire someone, they inspire the next and the next and the next. And it makes you part of community. I never felt, and Ali always said this, that Dream Big made him part of a community where he could give. And I'd never experienced that before. And that's what's amazing about the program. It changes you.
I've never met a group of people that are genuine. I keep saying this, but it's so true. I've never met a group of people that are genuinely kind. I love them.
والله قاعد استغرب يعني وايد شيء حلو يعني أنا لأن أكون صريح وياكم where I come from أشوف groups يعني groups يعقرون على groups ويكرهون groups ثانيين.
Yeah, that happened.
ويوصل حكي عن هاي الجروب أنا هاي لا وأنا I believe إن this is human nature يعني تعرفين envy
أكيد
greediness وكذي بس إنه ما شاء الله شكلكم أنتم قاعدين في الجنة يعني تعرفون
We love it so much.
يا سلام.
You know what? I think when I think about Dream Big, I think of Mishkhal. Like it's a great program that attracts a certain kind of people. By time, all those toxic people go. I'm not gonna say toxic, but
I think you should stick with toxic.
Okay, because some like I read a lot about Ali Al-Wardi. I don't know if you know him. He's a sociologist. Okay. He always talked about the duality of people's personalities. Sometimes there's this true self and there's this made self. It's a fake one. So you kind of show your fake one, you know, that I would help and I'm great. But then you always conflict with that other self, you know, and people can't cope with Dream Big because Dream Big yearns for optimism and like contributing to society and not that gossipy kind of groups, you know, because if you focus on that, if you focus on people, you're never going anywhere. Dream Big focuses on ideas, and that's what I like about it.
عجيب خاطر والله قاعد اسولف وياكم وايد اكثر. زين دكتوره زينب ما قلتي لنا وايد اشياء الصراحه، وايد كنتي هادئه.
ما حسيت روحي هادئه.
على الاقل اعطينا مسيرتك، ليش دريم بيج؟ شلون عرفتي دريم بيج؟ من وين عرفتي دريم بيج؟
ولد خالتي كان ستودنت.
اوكي.
كان ستودنت في دريم بيج ليترسي والويكند بعد. وخالتي an English teacher كانت تعرف البروجرام من her students as well. فكانت كلها تقول لي زينب روحي volunteer لأن I have the language. And زين I'm doing nothing. كنت يعني I was so desperate. I was يعني you have no idea. كنت تعبانة نفسيا. I almost died. Having nothing to do. فخلاص ما أدري وش صادني يعني مرة واحدة I was so depressed. فكنت كلها أصيح خلاص. وبعدين قريت The Year of Yes by Shonda Rhimes. Do you know her?
Shonda Rhimes created Grey's Anatomy. She breaks her heart every season.
أكيد ما أعرفها ولا سمعت فيها.
المهم.
You're better off.
I've decided إن يلا this year will be the year of yes for me. فخالو قالت لي مرة ثانية يلا زينب، وكنت أتذكر إني كنت مودتني خالو رقية.
Okay.
Practically raised me. فودتني مطعم كنت أصيح، الحين برد أصيح oh my god. فقلت لها كانت تقول لي أوكي خالو عادي، قلت لا خالو I'm not happy with myself. I want to die. I don't feel okay inside. I don't feel okay. It changed my life. وكان 1st of March.
I joined in October.
I joined 1st of March 2019. وبعدين صرت leader في summer camp.
She won volunteer of the year.
I won volunteer of the year.
Oh.
وبعدين صرت dreamer في سار leader at the same time في نعيم.
Yes, salam.
I'm changing lives, lah.
You know what? Like the program isn't just a place to teach. People often mistake that. They think we're just teaching English. We're not. We're evolving ourselves too. Like I always had this excess energy, you know, and most of our youth have this excess energy, but there isn't any like proper outlet. And if there were, it would be like a temporary one. But Dream Big was to me an outlet where I could have all my energy into a place where I can actually contribute to something, and that changed for me.
Exactly.
Nice.